Hi children, good morning. Actually we are in plane mensuration, but we have essay on examination from 28th December onwards. So we need to start state board. Actually our syllabus is integers, second fractions, decimals and rational numbers. Third, simple equations. And the fourth one, lines and angles. Next, fifth one, triangle and its properties. Sixth one, ratio and applications. Seventh one, data handling. Okay, this is our essay 1 syllabus. For essay 1, we completed integers in foundation as well as in state board also. Okay, for FA2 I explained integers, fractions, decimals and rational numbers. I explained briefly and I took textual exercise also. Completely these two completed. Sir explained simple equations also. So at the time of lines and angles and triangle and its properties, lines and angles, here we have complementary and supplementary, adjacent and vertical opposite angles. Mention to these transversal. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, or the applications occurs here. The corresponding angles, alternate interior, alternate exterior, co-interior, co-exterior. These things already we discussed in the revision mode also for JEE mains. Triangle and its properties also we discussed. Okay, in total. Triangle and its property mean here. What are the properties it has? First one, angles and properties. Sum of the interior angles of triangle measures 180 degrees. Sum of the exterior angles of a triangle also measures 360 degrees. And exterior angle property. In a triangle, one of the side produced, the formed angle is called exterior. The formed exterior angle is equal to sum of its opposite interior angles. Mainly based on these two things, we have this chapter. Okay, then we are left with only two chapters. Actually, I thought to start revision from this Monday, earlier Monday only. But we are left with only two chapters. That's why I started a new one, plane mensuration. Okay, after plane mensuration, now we are getting to ratio, that's applications and data handling. Now once we have to remind that ratio and applications is the state board as well as a foundation chapter. But in terms of state board point of view, state board depth only I will explain. Okay, here data handling, there is no foundation chapter here, only for the state board. That's why whatever they given in state board, that I need to explain for the data handling. For the ratio and its application. Today's topic is ratio and applications. Now here, sixth one, ratio and applications. Okay, in this chapter we have ratio, proportion, percentages, profit loss, and simple equations. Simple interest. Okay, in this ratio and applications, we have these 5 chapters. In foundation, in addition to these 5, we have compound interest, partnership, time and work, time and distance, boards and streams. Okay, like these chapters we have. Allegation of pictures, etc. etc. we have for the foundation stream. For the state board, only these they give: ratio, proportion, percentage, profit loss, and simple interest. Now, in this class, I will explain ratio and proportion only. Because we have only 6 days left. From today onwards, we are left with 6 days. In these 6 days, minimum 4 days, maximum 5 days I will take. The last day I will give you further revision. Okay, here ratio. What is meant by ratio? Ratio is nothing but comparison. Ratio is nothing but comparison. Here, comparison of 2 kinds actually. Comparison by difference, comparison by division. Comparison by difference always doesn't give the exactness. That's why comparison by division is nothing but ratio. Okay, for example, here A is to B, they give. Read as A is to B. A is to B. Mean A is to B is nothing but A by B. Mean ratio is nothing but a fraction. In the given fraction, what are the rules? B should not be equal to 0. Here also, B should not be equal to 0. So here, while we are calculating the ratio, here we have 2 terms. Here A and B are called terms. Here we are called the terms of the ratio. Here we are called the terms of the ratio. Okay, here for finding ratio of any things, we have some properties. What are the properties here? Ratio is a pure number. Ratio is a pure number. Ratio has no units. Ratio always be in simplest form. Always be in simplest form. Ratio always be in simplest form. Next, the terms of the ratio multiplied are divided by the same non-zero number. There is no change in the ratio. For example, A is to B, they gave me. It is same as MA is to MB. It is also same as A by M is to B by M. Here M should not be equal to 0, non-zero number I said. Ratio is a pure number. Ratio has no units. Always be in simplest form. Here A is to B is nothing but means ratio is multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. The terms there is no change in the ratio. Here first term of the ratio is called antecedent. Second term of the ratio is called consequent. Antecedent and consequent. The terms, first term is antecedent and second term is consequent. Here (20 is to 25) they give. Is this considered as a ratio? Yes, but it is not in simplest form. We need to convert in simplest form. Ratio always be in simplest form, I said. So here 20 divided by 5 and 25 divided by 5. So 20 means 4, 25 by 5 means 5. Now the simplest form is 4 is to 5. The simplest form is 4 is to 5. 4 is to 5 is same as 4 by 5. 4 is to 5 is same as 4 by 5. Okay, next. Another simplest way. For example, 2 by 3 is to 3 by 4 they give. 2 by 3 is to 3 by 4. The given ratio is not in simplest form. That's why you need to find the LCM of denominators. LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. That's why you need to multiply by 12 both sides. Now 3 here 4 times, 4 here 3 times. 2 4 is 8, 3 3 is 9. So 8 is to 9 is the simplest form. In this way you can simplify the given ratio. Sometimes they will be in the form of A is to B is to C equal to 2 is to 4 is to 6. So here the simplest form of A is to B is to C is 1 is to 2 is to 3. Okay, in this way only we can distribute the given ones. Now one straightforward point of view I am explaining. Okay, here for instance, example exercise 1, what the ratio of 100 rupees and 10 rupees. Next, Sudha has 5 rupees money and Radha has 3 times that money with Sudha. How much money does Radha have? Like these problems, like what the ratio of Radha's money and Sudha's money. Okay, next divide 96 chocolates between Raju and Ravi. The ratio 5 is to 7. Like these problems only they give. So don't bother about that one. Okay, I'll explain completely in the foundation part. Okay, these type of problems only they give. So here, dividing the given amount in a certain ratio. For example, you need to divide X rupees between A and B the ratio is to B, then A will get A by B into X, B will get A by A plus B into X, B will get B by A plus B into X. First we need to find the sum of terms of the ratio, then distribute accordingly. For example, here 100 rupees they give. We need to divide between A and B in the ratio 2:3. Means sum of the terms of the ratio 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So A will get 2 out of 5 into 100. B will get the 3 parts out of 10. 100. So here 20 times means 40 rupees A will get. Here 20 times again 60 rupees B will get. Okay, in this way we can divide the given ratio. Otherwise algebraic methods, your wish. Actually we are doing the ratio on the applications, no need of algebraic method. Algebra mean the terms of the ratio 2:3 mean 2x and 3x. So 2x plus 3x equal to 5x. So A will get 2 times of 5x, B will get 3 times of 5x. That is the algebraic method. No need of algebraic method here. Okay. Then proportion of the completion of a ratio. Now proportion. But here A is to B and C is to D. Any two ratios are given. The equality of ratios is nothing but proportion. The equality of ratios is called proportion. Here A is to B is said to be proportion with C is to D. Then we can write it as A is to B as C is to D. A is to B as C is to D. Otherwise, is as A is to B is as C is to D. Ratio contains 2 terms, while proportion contains 4 terms. First term is A, second term is B, third term is C, fourth term is D. Here A, B, C, D are in proportion. Now A, B, C, D are in proportion. We can say that for example, here A is to B is nothing but A by B, equal to C is to D is nothing but C by D. Already we completed simple equations. Means we have cross multiplication method. While we are equating two fractions, we can multiply their by using cross multiplication method. So here AD equal to BC. Mean A is to B as C is to D is nothing but AD equal to BC. Here A and D are the extremes. In product of extremes equal to product of extremes equal to here B and C are means, the middlemost values. So product of means. Mean product of extremes equal to product of means. Then we can say that the given terms are in proportion. If they are in proportion, product of means equal to product of extremes. They directly give product of means equal to product of extremes. We can say that they are in proportion. These are vice versa conditions. Here A is to B is as C is to D mean A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion. AD equal to BC, directly they give product of extremes equal to product of means. At this situation also you can say that they are in proportion. Amma, are you able to listen my voice? Yes. So product of means equal to product of extremes, you can say that the given terms are in proportion. Okay. In exercise 2, they gave you problems like this. In exercise 2, find the missing numbers in the following proportion table. In here 1, 2, 4, 8. Like this they gave. 1:2, 4:8. Here product of means product of extremes. 1 and 8 are extremes, 2 and 4 are means. They asked the product of extremes and product of means. Here 5 examples they ask. Easily we can do that one. Next, which of the following are true or false they are asking. Here 50, 30, 30, 40. They are in proportion or not they are asking. If you simplify 15, 30, you will get 1:2. If you simplify 3:4, you will get 3:4. Here product of means equal to 2 into 3. Product of extremes equal to 1 into 4. Here 6, here 4. They are not equal. That's why they are not in proportion. Okay, that is false. Like that we need to check the second one. Next, third, Madhu buys 5 kgs of potatoes at the market. If the cost of 2 kgs is 36, how much cost Madhu pay? When 2 kgs is 36, confusion. 2 kgs, 36 rupees. Then how much cost for 5 kgs? That will be x. When product of means equal to product of extremes, when 2 into x equal to 36 into 5. In this way you can do that. For 2 marks direct answer no problem. For the lengthy process they asked me, they help of lengthy cost of 2 kgs, 36 rupees, cost of 5 kgs, x. So they are in proportion, meaning 2:36 equal to 5:x. Like this we know, right? Next, a man whose weight is 90 kgs weighs 15 kgs on the moon. What will be the weight of a man whose weight is 60 kgs? So here 90 is to 15 equal to x is to 60, because 90 converted into 15, then 60 converted into watts. Okay, mean 90 is to 15 equal to 60 is to x. Next, a dealer relief team consists of engineers and doctors in the ratio 2:5. Okay, the asked relief team consists of engineering and doctors team in the ratio 2:5. If there are 18 engineers, find the number of doctors. 2:5 they give. Okay, in first part here they gave engineers and doctors. Engineers and doctors. Here 2:5 equal to, for the first problem they asked 18 engineers, the number of doctors they are asking 18 is to x. Second problem 2:5, same. Now 65 doctors, number of engineers, so x is to 65. Like this they asked with the help of product of means and product of extremes in a proportional problem. By using proportion we can say that this problem. Next, ratio of 2 angles 3:1, same 3:1. In 3:1, which one is largest one? 3, smallest one. Okay, here larger angle 180, then smaller angle asked. Again 3:1 equal to, now smaller angle 63, smaller angle 63, larger angle x. Okay, by using these two conditions, we can solve the given equations. Okay, here direct and inverse variations also they ask. Okay, rate they ask. Rate nothing but direct and inverse proportions. Rate nothing but direct and inverse proportions. Here unitary method also they asked. Unitary method is nothing but direct and indirect proportion. Okay. Here direct and indirect proportions. In tomorrow's class we will discuss. Here in this class we discussed ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion. In which ratio some important properties we discussed. Ratio is a pure number. Ratio has no units. Always be simplest form. Ratio, the terms of the ratio multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. There is no change in ratio. These things we discussed. Next, proportion. What is meant by proportion? Equality of ratio is nothing but proportion. Equality of ratio is nothing but proportion. In which proportion product of means equal to product of extremes we discussed. Here A is to B. First term antecedent, second term consequent. Here A is to B is as C is to B. Here A, B, C, D are 4 terms of the given ratio. 4 terms of the given ratio. Okay, after the completion of this video, you need to do first and second exercises. Only first and second exercise of ratio and application. First and second exercise of ratio and application. Enough for this one. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss direct and inverse means unitary method. By using unitary method also you can do the given problems. Unitary method is nothing but cost of many objects they will give. For example, cost of 10 pence, 50 rupees they give. We require cost of 2 pence. For finding cost of 2 pence, first of all we need to find the cost of each pen with the help of first given information. What is the given information? First one, cost of 10 pence, 50 rupees they gave. We require cost of 2 pence. Mean 10 pence, 50 rupees they give. We require 2 pence. Okay, by using unitary method, first of all we require cost of each pen. With the help of each pen, we can find the required number of pens. That is the unitary method. One default of unitary method is, for every example we need to find each object. Unit means 1. For every example we need to find one of the objects. Okay, here 10 pence cost they go, 2 pence they ask. Means we require each pen, then 2 pence. Without using unitary method also, directly with the help of direct and inverse proportion, we can do these type of problems. Okay, in tomorrow's class we will discuss direct and inverse proportion. In addition to that, percentages also I will complete in tomorrow's class. Have a nice day. Bye.